I'm in the car, my mate, right, and we're just flying around doing whatever we're doing, yeah. His phone goes, so I can hear him on the phone. I'm thinking, what's he on about there? But I can hear bits and pieces, bits and pieces. I'm not getting in, I'm just in the car with him, do you know what I mean? So he says to me, we need to go and see some kids. I said, he said, me mate, lad, he's come up from wherever, yeah. I said, okay. He said, what are you giving him? He said, naughties, lad. But I don't mean the naughty, what I'm normally about. I mean naughty things, like naughty, you know, naughty. He said, yeah. I said, alright, son, because that's what they did. Like, their little firm did that in the pool. So I was like, alright, so we goes down. As we goes down, he goes, come in, lad. I said, come in. So he goes in, I'm like, what's happening, mate? You alright? First time I've ever met him and all that. Big, massive juice burger. Proper massive, big kid, you know what I mean? And he's from out the way, right? Now, where he's from, he's heavy, do you know what I mean? But when you're like, if you're heavy where you're from, but then you come to here, to Liverpool, you've just jumped out of a pond and into the ocean, do you get what I mean? Because in Liverpool, most people are heavy, yeah? Most people are heavy. So it's like, when you stand out where you are, and then you come here, you don't stand out no more, yeah? So you haven't got your firm with you, you haven't got your connections with you. You're basically in Liverpool, it's a different city than where you're from. Now, when I go to other cities like Glasgow, down south, whatever, yeah, it's different. You can't carry on the way you carry on, do you know what I mean? As you can in your own area, because in your own area, you've got people, you don't, they're only a phone call away. If anything happens, then boom, just with you, do you know what I mean? But when you're somewhere different, they're not. So anyway, he was a sound kid, don't get me wrong, but here goes, right? So says to him, yeah, so he goes in. He starts showing me all these things, right? And I'm like, yeah, sounds got a good collection there, mate. And I'm thinking, if this Ken goes, he's getting about a 30. There's no way he's not. He's getting life off for it. Because all of them had sweets in them as well. So they're just ready to roll. And I'm like, flat. And then I'm thinking, why is he showing me them? Like, what's he trying to do? Is he trying to impress me, dominate me? What's he trying to do? Do you know what I mean? Because, lad, I'm not being funny. I'll go and get one of them for 5 ton. Yeah, I'll go and get one of them for what? A quid. Do you know what I mean? So it's not really, doesn't really impress me. It's more like you're a bit of a bellend for keeping them in your own house where your birds and your kids are. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you're a bit of a bellend, mate, because his bird was from here, so that's what he's come up here for. And he's had kids, so he ends up living up here, do you know what I mean? But he's got into the firm who I'm with. But in this firm I'm with, in the hierarchy, the lad at the top is my proper good mate. Do you know what I mean? So I was just a proper good mate all the way through life. And he went down that path and I didn't go down that path at first. So when we've come back together, it's like I've got proper leeway. I can like sort of not do what I want, but I can really, you know what I mean? Because it's like when you go and work somewhere and the boss's son works there and there's not really nothing he can do to get sacked unless it's drastic, do you know what I mean? But he knows the levels of not what to do, do you get what I mean? So all the people who work there, they come second. So obviously the boss's son always comes first, doesn't he? So that's like what it was sort of like. So I've just like bounced into this new firm, got to know people, so this one kid anyway, so I'm talking with Santa, he goes, can you do anything with Lemo? I'm like, yeah. So my mate says to him straight away, don't give him Lemo. He's like, what? He said, lad, just swerve it, just whatever, don't give him Lemo. And he goes to me, lad, I'm not being disrespectful to you, not like that. He said, but lad, we both know. And I'm like, lad, we do both know. I said, lad, if you give me Lemo, it's gone, and that's that. And you know, it is what it is. So he's like, sound. So he ends up out one night without me, mate, and I bumped into him. He says, what's happening? I said, what's happening, mate? He's like, such and such. I'm like, everyone's sound, mate, everyone's sound. He says, you want to come back to a party? I'm like, go on, sound. So I'm with a few of my other mates, but a few of my other mates are heavy anyway. So we all goes back to this, and he didn't live far from me, but he doesn't know where I live, but I don't know where he lives, so that makes a difference. So he's saying, yeah, sound. So he said to me, here's what I'll do. I'll get someone to come round and see you one day, and I'll pass you a parcel because I've got something coming in. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, Lemo. And I'm thinking, what's he on about? He's been told specifically not to pass me, and he's going to pass me. So I'm like, yeah, sound, obviously, sound, lad. Go ahead, crack on. It's all like forgot about it. It's been ages. It's all been forgot about. It's been ages. It's been like proper ages. It's been about 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I've totally forgot about everything. Do you know what I mean? I forgot about everything. And it's a Sunday morning, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm in a party, but I'm not in mine. I'm in my mate's. This fella phones me up, and he says, where are you? I said, I'm in a party. He said, where? I said, just in some random kids I don't even know, because I just thought, he's like, sound. He said, I'm going to send me mate round there, I've got something for you. So I'm thinking, okay, sound. So an hour later, there's a knock on the door, so someone looks out the window, like, who's that? So he's saying to the window, is such and such here? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, listen, I'm waiting for someone to come here. And they're like, oh, sound, like, lad. I'm like, who is it? It's like some fat kid. I'm like, yeah. I said, okay. Goes the window, looks out, I'm like, yeah, sound, what must be him, comes in. Like, he's dead, like, oh, what's happening, lads? You know, like, dirty voice and saying like, boy, what's happening there, lads, dude, yeah. And like, all my mates are just standing there looking at him thinking, what's he on about? Why is he like putting his crazy persona on? So I'm like, yes, Sam. So he says, yeah, come in the kitchen, lad. I'm like, come on. He said, yeah, I've been told to pass you this, kid. And I'm like, have you? Yeah. Passes me this parcel. I'm just looking at it thinking, oh my God, you are crazy, yous. So the kid gets off. I comes in back in the living room. I make wants me, lads, who's that? I'm like, lads, we have got heavy limo. I didn't even have any intention of like, of anything. At the start, it was like half a corner. Do you know what I mean? If you know what half a corner is, then you know it's funny. If you don't know what half a corner is, it's 4.5 ogle. Yeah, a corner's 9 ogle because there's 9, 18, 27, 36. So that's a full, isn't it? So a corner, where we are, we call it a corner, which is 9 ogle. So I've got half a corner. So it's a big parcel, just like someone to just pass you it, like just on the off chance you're going to pay for it. So we're drilling it. There's about 25 people in the party. I'm just throwing it everywhere. Bam, 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 bam. It's going down. So I've thought I'll keep that. I thought I'll keep 3 ogle and I'll spin it and I'll make the dough back and I'll give them the dough. Do you know what I mean? In theory, it was sounds. In theory, yeah. So got off from there. Goes on. Blah, 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 blah. So it's got down to about 2 ogle now. Just over time, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I thought I'm gonna have to give me number out here. So start giving me number out for it. By this time, it's 1.5 ogle. I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? So I thought, I'll bash that half and make another full. So I put the half 1 to 1 and I've got a full. So I'm like, sad. So then, like, in my head I thought, what I'll do is I'll just sniff the proper one and keep the bashed one. And then I'll spin the bashed one in bits, 20 quidders. And you know, it's a good chunk back. It's, you know, it's not all of it, but it'll be enough where he passes me more because I'll just tell him it's all out on bail. I just had this crazy plan in my head. It was a stupid plan, but it was a crazy plan, but it is what it is. So I goes with my mate one day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. He opens the door. I'm like, what's happening? He's like, what's happening? And I hadn't been out all night the night before. I was normal. And he had this new couch. He had this new setup. It was a belter. He goes, we get on these new recliners, lad. I'm like, oh man, I swear to God, we sat on them recliners from 10 o'clock in the morning to about 2 o'clock in the night, just sniffing limo. It just started off like that and we just ended up sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And then where he lived, there was an offie round the corner from it, so we just flew round, grabbed everything we needed, yeah, and it's just on. So he says to me, what are you going to do? I said, lad, I'm getting my head down here. And he said, go on, sounds. So he wakes up the next day. I said, have you got any bags? He's like, no, we'll go and get some. So he flies around, gets some bags now. So I'm thinking, So we had we've bashed it again, right? now the ogle's 2 to 1, right? So it's just getting less and less, getting watered down. So he's sitting there. So we've got these lizards, right? If you don't know what lizards are, the scab ales, yeah, Josie's, do you know what I mean? They've got different names, lizards, Josie's, Jimmy Nails, whatever, yeah. So gets them. So I'm sitting there all serious and I've got this table and now we're in the bedroom, so it's bad because his bed's been out, but she's back now. She was like didn't live in it, but she was just like, no, boom, in and out. When we're doing this, she's come back in. She's coming, she's opening the door, she's like, what are you doing? I says, we're just doing this. She's like, alright, Santa, I'll leave you to it, just want a scan and all that. So I hadn't had a stripe on yet, so I'm like, yeah, get me a scan. He's like, yeah, get me a scan and all that. But he didn't have lemo. It was weird, he only had lemo because I had lemo, proper coerced him into it. And he hasn't asked me whose it is or nothing yet, but he knows something isn't right because I never had no doubt at the time. I was half brassic at the time, do you know what I mean? Just trying to find my feet and all that. And then what I did get, I'd always out, not for lemo all the time, but do you know what I mean? Just like when you're a kid now, you struggle, don't you? You're just like trying to find your way and you want all the best clothes, you want and all that. So I'm just like, yeah, pass that, but just living hand to mouth, lending off Peter to pay Paul and all that. So I had this leeway, and my leeway was my mate at the time was one of the heaviest kids about. So like I said here, with the dad whose lad works in his business. So no one would like say nothing to me over little bits, or they just wouldn't even mention it. It just wasn't worth it. Because I was just like a little bastard. So as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, I could do it, one of them, you know. But I know it's 2 to 1. So we had must have been about an ounce and a bit. Yeah. So bunny up and bum them to 0.4s. Some of them are 0.5s. So just off eye. And then you'd weigh them and you'd be like, that's a 0.6. You'd be like, I'll take that out. So I'd take it out and be like, and sniff it. Right? So put it to 0.4. So my mate's looking at me and he calls me, lads, what are you doing? I'm like, no. So as he's putting it in, weighing it, and then passing me it to knot it, to tie it, yeah, to double bag it. But I'm double bagging it and then opening one and just killing it in one. So he's like laughing, thinking it's funny and all that. But then as it's got to a point, he's like, do you know what, lads, we're just fucking wasting our time here, you know. Lad, you've sniffed everything. He's like, lad, what are we even bagging up for? He said, you may as well just sniff it. And I'm like, oh, innit? And he's like, lad, I'm not doing it. He said, lad, I'm singing like a proper wet one. Lad, where are you all? I'm like, lad, I've drilled like most of them. And he's going, how, lads? I'm like, lad, but it's bashed. I'm like, it's not normal. And he's going, oh, lad, he went, I'm fucking done, lad. He said, I'm not even doing it. He said, yeah, just whatever. So he said, yeah, I'll give that back. Then I said, will you maybe stiff it with me? He's like, lad, whose is it? I said, mine. He's going, no, lad, whose is it? I said, lad, mine. He's going, from where? I said, from your mate's mate. He's like, which mate? I said, my mate. He went, him. I went, yeah. He went, what? I went, what? He's like, lad, are you mad? I went, no. He said, who's his mate? I've told him, lad, he sells pieces. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do you mean, lad? What did you get it off him first? I'm like, half a corner. He's like, you've got half a corner off him. Where is it? I said, lad, I've drilled it in parties for like the last week or two. He's going to me, lad, are you messing? And I'm like, lad, you know what? I said, you worry too much, you know? He's like, you're mad, you, lad. He's like, lad, you're mad, you. He's like, lad, I'm not doing this. I'm like, lad, you're not. I said, you sniffed it with me. He's going to me, you fucking messing. I said, alright. I said, no. I said, I'm only messing, lad. I said, lad, it's on me. And he's going to me, does he know where you live? I said, no. He said, has he got your number? I said, yeah. He went, sound. I said, hang on, I've got an idea. So I've opened my phone and just chewed the chip, chewed the SIM card. And his kite's dropped, he's gone proper green. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, listen, lad, I said, here's what happened. I said, we were driving round, I've had the parcel on me, plod have come, I've had to take chase and lash it. He's going to me, lad, that's not going to stand up. I'm like, lad, it's going to have to stand up because I've got no fucking limo left, and what I've got left now, I'm sniffing it anyway. He's going to me, lad, you are mental. I'm like, lad, listen to me, it's foolproof. And he's going to me, lad, nothing to do with me. I said, lad, I know it's nothing to do with you. I said, lad, I didn't even tell you. I said, I'm not going to start dragging you into it, lad, when, do you know what I mean? When it's nothing to do with you. I said, lad, and he's going to me, lad, you are proper messing you know. And I'm like, lad, you know what? I said, you're burning me head out. Stop making me think things, lad. He's like, lad, what? I'm like, lad, you're making me all think things. He's like, lad, he sells pieces. And I'm like, yeah, but lad, if you think about it, where he's from, he's a shark in the pond, but he's just jumped into the sea and now he's a goldfish. And he's going to me, yeah, well, I know what you're saying. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Lad, it doesn't matter how big he is, where he's from. He's not where he's from. He's in my city, lad. Yeah. I said, lad, what's he going to do? He's not going to do none. And he's going, I said, lad, he shouldn't have given me. I said, he told him not to give me none. He went, he's told him. I went, yeah. And he went, yeah, go ahead, give us a strike then. I'm like, go ahead, lad. So he's half knows that, like, if someone tells you something, right, and you just go against what they're telling you to do, and you get rolls, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. You deserve it. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, a few weeks have gone past. He must have been trying to get hold of me. I've ended up just drilling all the limo. And when people have phoned me for it, before it snapped the chip up, I was like, nah, I've only got like whatever, want to keep it for me. And they're like, what? I said, yeah. I said, lad, why? I'm not giving you that and I've got to go and buy it. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, lad, you're fucked. So it's got round anyway that people have been trying to get it off me. I've just been saying no and all that, whatever. Yeah, it's gone round in a circle. Come back to him and all that. And I haven't spoke to him or seen him, heard him like that. So I'm thinking, as soon as I see him, it's going to be on site. So I'm prepared for it. It's going to be on site. I can't really see him whipping a thing out over that because it's not really, do you know what I mean? It's what, a few grand. It's not really worth it, do you know what I mean? But if he does, then sounds, he'll proper get it. Yeah, I'll just go right through his gaff because I know where his gaff is, but he doesn't know where mine is. So I've got the advantage on him. So then my mate phones me. This is about 3 days. I've been talking to my mate all the way through since I've had it, but no one said nothing. He hasn't said nothing, so he must have known about it. And I'm not telling him about it, do you know what I mean? I'm just letting it ride, just like whatever. So this one day my mate phones me. He says to me, hey lad. I said, what? He said, have you got such and such off such and such? I went, yeah. And he just burst out laughing. I went, what? He went, lad, it's gone, innit? I said, lad, it's well gone. I said, lad, it didn't touch the fucking sides, mate. And he's just laughing at it. I'm like, oh, you are fuck, lad. And I'm like, yeah, but lad, I said, you told him. He's like, yeah. I said, so what's he gonna do then? He says, I don't know, lad, he's probably gonna be looking you a straightener. And I'm like, go ahead, tell him I have a straightener. And at the time, yeah, you should have seen the size of the kid. It'd have been like Godzilla versus Mowgli at the time, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, and I thought, I can't use nothing against him, because then it's just, I'll be in the wrong and then I'll end up getting it, do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, shit. I thought, you know what? I thought, fuck it, so I'll have it with him. I said, what's he gonna do? So he knows my other mate, who's not the main lad. He knows my other mate, one of my other mates. So he's phoned my other mate and been like, where does he live? And my other mate said to him, why? He said, because such and such. And my other mate said to him, lad, if you go round to his house looking anything, it'll be the last place you go. And I guarantee you now, lad, he will slug you up to fuck, lad. Lad, he'll just he'll do you, lad. And he's going, lad, yeah, he will, and there's nothing you can do about it, because he's his best mate, and he's just had a short, sharp shock into, you've learned your lesson, you shouldn't have done it, do you know what I mean? So my mate phoned me up and he's been like, yeah, it's sound, lad. I said, what do you mean? He said, lad, I just told him straight that it's his own fault. If he goes anywhere near your Ken or anything like that, lad, then, you know, we've got major trouble. And I'm like, yeah. I said, what to do? He said, lad, he's just took it on the chin. He said, lad, he's active, he's made that tenfold since he's given it. He's not even asked, lad, it is what it is. I said, Sandy, but just stay away from him. I'm like, I will. Don't worry about that, I will, lad. So I comes back, and I had like a coat on. So when I've come back, I only had about an 8 left of that, but I'd stayed in my mates, hadn't I? So I said, lad, I need to go home and get changed. He's like, go on, Sand. And this was a Saturday night now. So as I've got my coat, what does I find in my coat? My secret stash. I've put Lemo, like an half foggle, just while I've been off my barney. I've stashed it in my coat. Like, I think it's just like 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, something like that, but I'm not asked, it's an half foggle. So I've come in and been like, no way, look what I've got. Put it on the table, he goes to me, oh, lad, he said, what are you doing tonight? He said, lad, we're going out tonight. He's like, I'm not going out with you tonight. I'm like, he's like, lad, my bears will not let me go out with you. I'm like, my bears won't let me go out with you. I said, grow a set, lad. I said, grow a set. He's like, lad. I said, lad, grow a set. Just tell you doing something, whatever. He went, all right, Charles. Now, this is where it just goes all crazy and funny, right? So I go to mine, and I didn't live far from. I lived about a 15-minute walk through the back east, you know what I mean? It wasn't even working a taxi, because by the time you phone the taxi, you're home, you know what I mean? It was just like that. Goes in. So I've got all this limo. I've left him loads of limo for him just while he's getting ready now. Gets changed. Yeah, let's go. Sounds feeling good, got away with it, let go, yeah, pack it, let's go. So gets him, goes and gets him, so phones the taxi, picks him up in a taxi, we go to town. So I'm in this bar, and this bird comes over to me, and she's talking to me and all that, and I'm like, yeah, what time should I do with? She's like, me mate. I said, who's your mate? She's in such. Well, she's tired here. I said, lad, I said, just grab her. I said, he's not to do nothing with her. I said, but I'm going to be with her for a bit, because she was proper heavy, 9 out of 10, proper heavy. And her mate was, so he's with her, and I'm with her, and we've gone to this club, and I swear to you, it was like, it just went, like, it felt like I'd been there an hour, but I hadn't. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and all the lights have gone in the club. I'm just slouched in the corner over some bed. He was just been all night coming over past me 2 bevies at a time. I'm just looking up, getting the bevies, drilling them, whatever, yeah. He said to me, come here, let's go. I said, lad, I said, wait, I said, let's bring these to yours. He's going, he's no, lad. I'm like, lad, listen to me. I said, listen, we're proper playing. So I'm just proper blagging him in with 1,000 words a second. I'm saying, yeah, come to this, both of you. They're like, yeah, it sounds and all that. He's like, lad, no, come to yours. I'm like, they can't come to mine. Like, why? I said, they just can't. I said, I've lost my keys, but I hadn't lost my keys. I was blagging it. So he's like, lad. I'm like, lad. So by the time he's like trying to say no and that, we're outside the club, and I've flagged the black taxi. He's going to me, lad, there I comes a man, then I'm like, next thing we're in the taxi. He's going, lad, these aren't coming in, you know. I'm like, lad. He's going, lad, they're not. He's going to me, lad, they're not coming in. I'm saying, he's are, it sounds like, and it was like, sound. So by this time, I was only had like a bit of limo left, so I was phoning me mate, different lad, nothing to do with that for him. And he's like, where are you? I said, I'll be in such and such. He's like, go ahead. He said, what are you looking on? I said, I don't know, bring me like a quarter or something, lad. He's like, go ahead, son. I said, put it on me bill though. He's like, what? I said, lad, I'm out. I said, whatever, I've got much to owe me, lad. I said, I'm with these 2 birds. And he's going to me, lad, that means I'm never getting it back. I'm like, lad, it doesn't. I said, why do you always think like this, lad? He's like, lad, I know you. And I'm like, lad, are you bringing me on? No, I said, don't say you're hiding and just have me sitting like a proper knob waiting for you. If you're not coming, he's like, oh, lad. He said, you're not getting a quarter. So he's like, he hears him like putting his hands over the phone and saying to his birds, what have we got for him? What we just don't need. And she's like, who is it? And he's like, so she went, oh my God. She went, yeah. Give him that. He's like, lad, I've got like 5 grand. I'm like, sound. I said, raw. He's like, no, it's 1-to-1. I'm like, go on, sound, lad. So I'm sound with 5 grand. He's like, you can just have it. I'm like, sound, lad, sound. So as he's on the way, I phone, I said, where are you? He said, lad, it's only been like 5 minutes. He said, I'm fucking starving the pissing, man. I said, do us a favour, lad. He said, go to the office for me. He said, what? I said, I said, I can't drive. I said, go to the office for me. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, 40 biffs. I need like 2 bottles of vodka. And he's like, have you got the dough there? I'm like, I've got the dough for the bevies and that. But I never do. So he comes round, he knocks on the door, presses the buzzer, and I goes out. I'm like, what's happening? So I've got these like 3 bags off him, biffs, all everything like that. And I went to him, lad, put them bags on the bill, the ale and that. And he's going to me, oh lad, he said, the new lad. He said, but he was laughing about it because he's my good mate. He's going, lad, you're a scumbag. I'm like, lad, listen to me, one day it'll all come back to you, I'll remember it. And believe you me, now to this day, now we've all grown up and that, it's come back to him 25, 30 fold, everything. Yeah, I've proper looked after the kids, like heavy, because whenever when I had nothing, he was there for me, and he was always just there for me. Do you know what I mean? He's always like, because he started a bit earlier than me, and now he's got a family now. He's not active, he's a worker. So do you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, lad, bum, lad, you've done that, and you know, it is what it is. And he's made up, he did that for me, because people who do things like that for you, when you've got nothing, are the people who, when you are flying, you look after them. Do you know what I mean? And if you don't, then you're a rat. And I might sound on this story like a rat, but I'm not. And I never have been. I've just been crafty with some certain people whose fault it was of their own. Yeah, they got told, they didn't listen. What, lad? Do you think I'm changing for you? Obviously not. Lad, you've passed me lemo in a party while I'm off me barney. What did you think was going to happen? Be honest. If I give someone, if I go to a party and give someone lemo at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've walked in the house and I can see that we're all the mates and that, I know for a fact that's gone. It's just it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Simple as that, and that's it. So anyway, we're in this bed. So he's took this bed in the bedroom. I'm in the living room with this bed. And like, you've got to remember, he went up for it. He was telling me, no. So I've thought, they've been quiet, goes in. Do you know what he's got? This bird's got a bikini on. He's standing in his bills with this, like, this thing. Like, just, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But he's shaking all bevies everywhere. Like, where? I'm like, she's got like all wet bikinis on. I'm looking at him. I'm like, fucking hell, that didn't take you much, did it? And he's like, well, no. So then I'm in the other room with this other bird and so on and so forth, yeah. And then it's got to like where it's daylight. Must have been about 8 o'clock in the morning. And he was on the bottom floor. He lived on the bottom floor. And he hears a knock on the window. And you know what? I swear to God, for some reason, I thought I was waiting for lemo off someone, but I weren't. And I've thought to that. As I've looked up the blind, it's his bird. Bird just looks me dead in the eye. And I've just shut the blind and thought, oh. So I thought, oh. So this bird, I'm with saying who's that? I'm like, oh, has he got a bird? I'm like, oh. So I'm just like saying no. I'm thinking she'll just go away. There's no way she can get in again. It's impossible to get in. I'm just not saying none. I'm sitting there just dead quiet. The wind is going bam, buzzer's going bzz, bzz. I'm thinking, oh. So he's jumped up, he's ran up, he's been like, lad, who's that? I'm like, lad, your bird. He's going to me, fuck off. I'm like, lad, this other bird's just in the nacht, in the room, in the nacht, just whatever's going on. And I'm thinking, oh, lad, shit. So we didn't know that there was a window open, right? And because it's ground floor, if you can scale it, you can scale it. Now, she's been scaling it for times when she's left the keys, or these left the keys in the house, and you know what I mean? So it's like a thing, what's just, he must have done loads of times. But he hasn't got on it, but because he hasn't got it, I haven't got on it. I'm sitting in the living room with this bird. I'm like, get dressed now. So everyone's got dressed, sitting there like as if like it's just nothing. Next thing, this bird climbs in through the window, right? As she climbs into the window, the bird who he's with runs into the living room and sits by me. So I'm sitting on the couch with one bird there and one bird there and one bird there. And I'm thinking, no way. So he's in the bedroom. So she's come in, looked at me. I've been like, what's happening? She's like, you alright? I'm like, yeah. She's like, where's this? Said he's in bed, he's been in bed for hours. The stupid bastard, what he's done is he's left, like, instead of like tidying up, there's clothes everywhere. This bird's like in shorts when she wasn't even in shorts when, do you know what I mean? It's just like, wow, it's your own fault. So he's in the knack in bed. I don't know why he's done that. Because when he's coming to me to see who that was, he had fucking shorts on. So what are you on about? What? It's weird. So we must sleep in the knack and it's hard to blend it. So when his bed's ran in there, he's just put the covers over his head as if he's a kid. And you can just hear it proper going off. And this bird who I'm with, she's saying, it better not go off, you know. I'm like, oh, listen, I said it won't, I said it's sound. But I knew that his bird was an absolute lunatic. And I knew it was a 50-50. So she just comes, run the living room. She's like, what's happening? She went, which one of these are you with? I went, what? She went, which one of these are you with? I'm like, what are you on about? She's like, lads, are you with her or are you with her? I'm like, I'm with both of them. She's like, lads, don't take the piss. So I start laughing, right, but not at her. Like, just laughing my head off me body, thinking, oh, she just runs at this bird, just scrags it. I'm like, hey, stop it. It's fucking gone off, right? I'm like, no way, stop it. He's come running in. He's going to me, lad, phone a taxi. I'm like, lad, tell her to phone a taxi. She's going, what? So he's burst the laughing. She's just turned round at him. She's fucking battering him, right? And I'm like, oh, we need to get out of here, but there's nowhere to go. And cut long story short, it just absolutely killed, and I mean killed the party off. So we've had to bail, and I've been like, yeah, I'll come to mine. So the other bird's gone, whatever, carried on and all that. And then we've gone back to this like a few days later when the dust has settled, and he's give this crazy story and whatever, he plans it. So I said to him, lad, come to shop with me. He said, come out. So we goes up the shop, yeah, there's like a supermarket. As I'm in the supermarket, who does I see? Fucking Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian just staring through my soul, right? And I thought, I thought, no way. So he said to me, mate, saying to me, what do you want to do? I'm like, lad, I said, it's nothing to do with you. I said, don't get involved in it. I said, because if me and you punch his face in now, lad, it's gonna be shit, because lad, it's my fault. I said, so you just go over there and I'll just front to myself. He's like, shut up, lad. He said, I'm not just leaving you to. I said, lad, believe me, it'll be sound. So he says, all right. So the kid walks over, and I walks over. I said, what's happening, lad? He's like, you all right? I said, yeah. I said, what are you up to? He's like, no, not much, mate, just there, you know. But never even mentions it. Never even mentioned nothing at all. And that was it. That was that story done. Got away with it all. As a proper laugh.